You must ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Gary, and this is your Shepherd's Leadership Insight of the Day. The history of speed. We all know that our world has sped up to a frenetic pace. We feel it in our bones, not to mention what we feel when we get on the highway. So let's take a trip on the nerd highway of history. As far back as 2000 BC, people were complaining about this new technology and what it was doing to society. The sundial was ruining people's life rhythms. Fast forward to the monks and Saint Benedict, who organized prayer 7 times per day, which was a great idea. But by the 12th century, the monks had invented the mechanical clock to call the monastery to prayer. Historians point that in the year 1370 as the turning point in the West's relationship to time. That was the year in which the first public clock tower was erected in Cologne, Germany. Prior to this point, time was natural. Now it's mechanical, instead of being carefree. The mechanical clock changed everything. It created artificial time. We stopped listening to our bodies and started listening to the siren alarms and the 9 to 5 new world that came into existence. One historian declared, here was man's declaration of independence from the sun, new proof of his mastery over himself and his surroundings. Only later would it be revealed that he had accomplished this mastery by putting himself under the dominion of a machine with imperious demands all its own. Thomas Edison in 1879 invented the light bulb, which allowed people to stay up well past sunset. This one invention alone changed people's sleep habits from 11 hours a night to about 7 hours per night. Fast forward to the 1960s, in which futurists were declaring that by the mid-1980s, the American work week would only be 22 hours on average. This was the advancement of time-saving devices that would simplify our work habits. Are you laughing yet? Today, on average, Americans work an additional 4 weeks per year. Andrew Sullivan wrote an article in Time magazine in 9/2016 entitled, I Used to Be a Human Being, in which he states the Judeo-Christian tradition recognized a critical distinction between noise and silence, between getting through the day and getting a grip on one's whole life. The Sabbath was a moment of calm to reflect on our lives under the light of eternity. It helped define much of Western public life once a week for centuries, only to dissipate with scarcely a passing regret. It reflected a now battered belief that a sustained spiritual life is simply unfeasible for most mortals. We lost more than a day of rest. We lost a day of our souls to open up to God. Well, all of this reached a climax on par with the Gutenberg press of 1440 and how that 2007 is the new inflection point. And 2007, drum roll please, Steve Jobs and the iPhone is unleashed into the world. It was also the time frame that Facebook took off, Twitter became its own micro-platform, and the App Store was born. Nicholas Carr's Pulitzer Prize-nominated book, The Shallows, What the Internet is Doing to Our Brains, wrote, What the internet seems to be doing is chipping away my capacity for concentration and contemplation. Whether I'm alone or not, my mind now expects to take in information the way the net distributes it. Once I was a scuba diver in the sea of words. Now I zip along the surface like a guy on a jet ski. The smartphone put the internet in our front pockets. To summarize, after millennia of slow, gradual acceleration, in recent decades, the sheer velocity of our culture has reached an exponential fevered pitch. The real question, what is all of this distraction, addiction, and pace doing to our souls? Well, our time has come and gone on this short cast, and I thank you for giving us a few moments. This is the second in a series of these short casts that we're dealing with this topic about the ruthless elimination of hurry from our life for spiritual development. I would be so very honored and grateful if you would just take a few moments of your time and share and let others know on your social platform the opportunity of this growing community to learn together as we dive into these topics. Well, until we can meet again, we bid you Godspeed. Bye for now.